This should be my first video on how to use your computer for graphics designing. So we'll be using an application called coreldraw, and I've dropped two videos on how to use pixel app for graphics designing on your phone, and this is another lesson of how to this is my first lesson on how to design on your laptop or system. So first you have to get an application called coreldraw, and you can see it on my screen here. So once you open your coreldraw, you have something like this, but on the welcome screen, sorry. So you have something like this, then you have new documents, and then you have your recent pages or recent works. But for those that just got their application, the only thing you see there is new documents. So once you open that, it should open like this without this picture there. I just want to use this picture for an explanation. So let's get into the class. um I should explain the features. You can see a lot of buttons, lots of names, and a lot of items, a lot of icons of this application. But as we move on in our classes, I'll be explaining what those icon means and what you can do. So I'll be using this particular picture today. I'll be designing this particular picture, and I'll be explaining each tools that I'm using. So pay attention. So let's get to the class. The first tool we'll be using is our rectangle tool. So this is our rectangle tool. So once you click on your rectangle tool, you have your cursor changing to this. So you can left click and drag it. So you can draw a rectangle, you can draw any shape of your choice. But in this class we'll be using a perfect square. So is a perfect square. So let me click back on my rectangle. So to have a perfect square, you have to click on your control, your left click, and then you drag it. So you have a perfect square. So we have a perfect square here. So we can just give our square a color, blue color. So we have our main blue color right here. So this is where I got the color. I have color palette right at I got my color palette at my right hand side. So these are my color palettes. You have green, yellow, red, blue, and so on. So after giving your box a color, always remember to click on your pick tool so as to change your cursor, so as to bring back your cursor to the normal type. So you click on your pick tool so you can have your cursor. Look at it. So that this is was the cursor you use for drawing the square, and this is our normal cursor. So for you to get the normal cursor, you either click on pick tool or you click on control space. So I have my cursor right here. So next thing we want to do is blue color. So the next thing we want to do is click on our rectangle tool. So what we want to basically do now is to have something like this. So now let's start. Pay close attention so you won't get lost in the class. So we'll be using another tool called the shape tool. So we have our shape tool right here. So our shape tool is basically used for erasing background from a particular picture, or for editing a plain shape. So we're going to be editing this plain shape. You can click on this node, drag it in. This is the first function. Immediately you click on your shape tool, it brings out something like this for you. Let me return it back. So you have your square with 4 black node and a blue faint line around your box. So if you click on a node and drag it in or out, you can see the effect. You can make your box look like this. You can make it more round into a circle, or and so on. So but we will not be using that in this class. We'll be using the second function of our pick tool, and to get that you have to convert this particular square into a curve, and you can do that by clicking on Ctrl Q, or right click on the square, and then you have a convert to curve. So I have my square here. Now let's start editing this square. So I click on this node and drag it in, giving me a right angle triangle. Then I double click on it, so I can delete that node because I won't be using that node. Now I have my right angle triangle, so click on this node, and then we are going to convert this node into a curve. So we have our icon right up here, convert to curve. So I click on the convert to curve, and then these two arrow appears. So you can check the effects of these two arrow, drag it up or drag it down, or do anything you like to your right angle triangle. But we need bent only curved line. So let me just undo, Ctrl Z. So I can do that by coming to the center of these two arrows, and let's clicking on it and dragging it in, giving me something like this. So I have this already. Now I have the shape which looks like this. Now I will power clipping this object into this square. So to do that, you can click on your objects, click on power clip, click on place inside frame, and then click on your square. So we have this. Now to edit your object, I want this object to be placed right here. So I will be explaining how to move this triangle down here in the next class. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to this video.